All right, now, this is more of a serious cooking with Chris. I hope you guys don't mind, but it is what it is. Wow, that's actually not a bad angle. What up, fam? All right, we're going to do some cooking today for Leah's birthday, you know. So, we're making chili, right? Like, we got super simple ingredients. Hunt's whole tomatoes, got 2 of those. 3 tomato paste. McCormick brand chili seasoning. Burger 80/20. Jalapenos, green peppers, onions, and garlic already chopped. Green onions. That's simple, guys. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. Let's fucking get into it. Okay, so first step, deseed your peppers, chop all your peppers and onions up, dice them nice and finely. That's step number 1. All right, remember, it's very important that when you're doing anything like this and you're cooking with like a stew or something like that you get all the seeds out of these peppers, all right? If you don't get all the seeds out, you're going to be eating these and the texture, it's not going to be good. It's going to be kind of chewing on that shit. You don't want to chew on that, you know? You want to bite a soup or something or a chili. You don't want to have peppers in your mouth and you're getting stuck in your teeth. That's just not appetizing at all. So make sure you seed all those out. Okay, next step, guys, just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of a big, I don't know, roasting pan, I guess? Yeah, roasting pan. We're going to put about 2 pounds of burger in there. Ugh. Sear that off, brown it all down. Make sure it's nice and brown. We want to keep all that excess grease that comes out of this. This is pretty lean meat. It's 80/20. It's not like 27% or anything like that. And by doing that, it's going to give it a lot of that flavor that comes out of there. So go ahead and put that down in there and brown that meat down. We're going to take our cans of whole tomatoes. We're going to get those into our mini food processor here without making a giant mess, I guess. Tighten up the top on that. Take this bad boy, spin her up. Alright. We're going to do that over again until we have both of the cans all processed up. Okay, so we've got our whole tomatoes all pureed. That's what that is, 2 cans. Should give you about that much. We're going to take 3 cans of tomato paste. We're going to open those up. But before we do any of that, we're going to come over to our beef, which is hamburger, which is browning up nicely. Chop it up. You don't want it to be big chunks. You know, you don't want to be eating like mouthfuls of hamburger in your chili. No one wants to eat like a cheeseburger in their chili. You know, maybe on top. Put some chili on top of your cheeseburger, but not in it. So once that's nice and browned up like that, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of pull away a little bit from the side. Give us some room there. Just in the edge of the pan. We're going to take our peppers, onions, and our garlic that are all diced up. And we're going to toss those right in there. So now that we let our meat cook down a little bit with our veggies, we're going to add in our 3 cans of tomato paste. Geez, if it wants to come out, I'm going to have to get a scraper. Right after adding your peppers, onions, and garlic, you want to give it a nice stir. Just kind of sweat those veggies all down in there with that meat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add, now that our vegetables and meat has cooked down, we're going to add in our tomato paste and our whole processed tomatoes into the batch and season it up after that. So for every 1 pound of meat, we're going to use a 1/4 cup of the chili original McCormick mix. I've got about 2.5 pounds, so I'm going to use a 1/2 cup and then add a little bit more to it. This is what it looks like. You want to turn the heat down. Make sure you turn the heat down on the chili when it's just cooking low and slow. Now that all the veggies and everything is sweated down, you don't want it to be too hot. You want it to simmer. All right, you don't want it to be boiling or anything like that. You'll overcook your chili. You could burn the bottom of the pan. That's not what you want to happen. So low and slow. The more time you cook it, the longer it has to develop those good rich flavors. And that's what we're looking for. It's chili. Come on, cook it with Chris. Let's fucking go, baby. Now the whole thing with this recipe, guys, is that the longer you let it simmer, the better it's going to be. Right? The longer that it goes, the more it's gonna absorb all those different flavors into the mix. So I'm gonna let this go for probably about, I don't know, 30-45 minutes. You can let it go up to 3 hours. It doesn't matter. And the one cool thing is with chili or any meal like this, you can add anything to it, right? You can add cayenne pepper for more heat. You can add different peppers for different flavors. You don't have to do veggies at all. You could do kidney beans. You could do pinto beans. You could do turkey instead of the hamburger. There's so many different things you could do with chili. And different toppers. You know, I personally I like green onions or scallions on top. a little bit of cheddar cheese. I know that a lot of people do sour cream. My family, honestly, we used to eat it over rice all the time too. So you can do whatever you want. You can cook this and save it and put it on top of cheeseburgers. You can put it over fries. You can put it on top of nachos, on hot dogs, on anything. So it's really versatile. It's really easy. It doesn't take long at all. The whole process is probably about 25 minutes, and I'm already starting dishes, you know, so it's just a fun experience. And come on, we all know why we like to cook, because we love it. That's why. Cooking with Chris, man. Cooking with Chris. All right, we out, Hunter. We'll show them pictures for the end.